John. Let's get more now on the news that the UN Security Council is meeting this afternoon to discuss the Salisbury nerve agent attack. It comes a day after UK authorities issued arrest warrants for 2 Russians believed to be connected with the attack. Well, joining me now in the studio, Vitaly Shevchenko from the Russia desk at the BBC's monitoring service. And, well, so far, we could have written beforehand how the Kremlin was going to respond to this.
Oh, absolutely. It's all very predictable. Russian media have responded with its usual mix of denial and sarcasm. They've retold the accusations coming from London very accurately, but it's all accompanied by laughter and irony. For example, one talk show host said, "Well, I'm going to tell you what they're saying in London, but just don't laugh."
And in the last couple of hours, we've also heard from Mr. Skripal's niece, Victoria. We've heard from her before.
Yes, she's a very frequent presence on Russian TV, mainly because she delivers a kind of message that's very consistent with what the Kremlin has been saying. Today, she said there's absolutely no evidence to confirm Russia's involvement in the Salisbury poisonings. She called Theresa May a hysterical woman, and she said the British authorities should have asked Russian hackers to fake more convincing evidence. And there are questions about Victoria's credibility. In fact, Yulia, Sergei Skripal's daughter, there's a recording of the two of them talking, and she said, "Well, look, Victoria, we don't want to hear from you again. We don't want to see you, and please don't speak to the Russian media."
Now, these two photographs are out there, aliases, we believe, in terms of names. But within Russia, will they be regarded as heroes, or will they perhaps disappear for a while? Because, let's face it, as a mission, they failed.
Well, at the moment, Russia is saying, well, we don't recognize their faces, their names mean nothing to us. But if you look back at the previous cases of poisoning in the UK, Alexander Litvinenko, for example, the people who Britain suspects of poisoning Mr. Litvinenko, one of them went on to become an MP. So it's not entirely...
Mr. Lugovoy.
Yes, not entirely ruled out that one of them will, well, both of them will emerge, and there'll be a story behind that as well.
When you were sitting at the news desk here at the monitoring centre, I mean, when you saw the way the story was being done in this country, what was the sense? Were you all saying, well, yeah, this makes the British have a compelling argument?
Well, looking at the whole story from a very wide point of view, wide angle, it seems that the Kremlin is pursuing a very long-term strategy and using these continuous accusations coming its way to its advantage. Today and yesterday, we've seen them try and turn the table by retailing these accusations. They try and show audiences in Russia that Russia is respected again. Even though they're saying, look, these accusations are false, the implication here is that, look, they respect us, they fear us, and domestically, by coming up with stories that are contradictory, that are not necessarily true. For example, they said that the two people Britain suspects of poisoning the Skripals are actually British actors, and that was easily disproved. But this kind of atmosphere created by the Russian media, it leads their audiences to the point where they try, well, they give up trying to find out what really happened. And we've seen it before with MH17 and accusations of the chemical attacks in Syria.
Vitaly, we're all going to be watching what happens in the UN with some interest. Vitaly Shevchenko, thank you very much. Thanks.